Hello and welcome to Cats and Kdrama channel. Okay, today I will give my recap and review on Taxi Driver Season 2 Episode 6. Kang Pisung immediately noticed that Go-eun and Doki in fact pretended to be a married couple. Doki then kneeled down and admitted to Mr. Kang that they weren't actually married and said that they did it because they desperately need to buy a new house. Because of Doki's action, Kang Pisung thought that Doki was desperate enough and decided to help Doki and Go-eun to purchase a house. We also learned that Soyun and Somang live in a run-off orphanage that was sponsored by Kang Pisung while supervised by an old drunken guy. Mr. Kang then asked Doki to bring his wife aka Go-eun to Naram Women Hospital. There, Mr. Kang asked them to fill the registered birth form. It seemed that Mr. Kang forced a pregnant woman to give up her unborn baby to Doki and Go to make the baby registered as them instead. While Mr. Kang beat the pregnant woman in order to convince her to give up her baby, Doki pulled the fire alarm. During the commotion, the pregnant woman then ran away and Mr. Kang minion chased after her. Doki stopped Mr. Kang minion to allow the pregnant woman escape. She then later saved by Gon and been brought to the safe house. They searched for Mr. Kang's property and located one that has the lowest investment value, which was near the place that they found Soyun. The building marked as a photo studio. Doki snuck inside the photo studio and found the studio still in use despite supposed to be closed. Doki found out family photo frame and a few of them have Soyun posed as the couple's child. It turned out that Soyun was used as a prop child by Mr. Kang for his clients. The next day, when Mr. Kang minion brought a new child to the photo studio, Doki made an appearance. He calmed the kids and started to beat Mr. Kang minion. Doki then asked the orphanage director the location of the other children. It turned out that Mr. Kang actually took all the property that his client have by provided them loan and buy the property back when they could not afford to buy the loan. He even blackmailed them when they said that they want to report him to the police. Mr. Kang then got the notification from the photo studio CCTV and saw Doki beat up his minion. Doki arrived at the orphanage but realized he had been trapped by Mr. Kang. Mr. Kang put gasoline and fired the orphanage with Doki inside and brought the orphan away. Doki was trapped inside the burning building, asked the trio, Go-eun, Mr. Choi and Mr. Park, to follow Mr. Kang. Despite Go-eun's protest, Mr. Choi decided to follow Doki's order. Doki found one child trapped inside. He managed to escape with the child with him and immediately joined the chase. It also turned out that Mr. Kang constantly beat the children to the point that Soyun have permanent scar on her head. The trio followed Mr. Kang to field consulting building. There, they tried to locate the children. While Mr. Kang packed his stuff to run away, Doki arrived at his office. He forced Mr. Kang to give up the children's location, but he persists not to tell Doki as he said he protect the kids and the kids protect him. He even threatened Doki that if he died, he never located the kids. Thankfully, the trio managed to locate the kids inside one of the cars in the car park. Doki eventually beat Mr. Kang and brought him to the dumping site. The duo engineer took all his property. Doki asked whether Mr. Kang felt guilty or not, but he did it, and Doki just left him under the boxes. Later in the taxi company, Doki punched out and met Hajun who on his shift. While on his shift, Hajun didn't take any of the customer and drive towards a huge mansion. It turned out that he was super rich and wear a symbol ring similar to the person who took the rainbow team picture. Inside the room, there were pictures of all the rainbow team members. Seo Jiang then donated all the money from Mr. Kang's property to orphanage. He also met Soyun and Somang at their newly adopted parents' house. Choi Kyung-gyu and Park Ji-yeon showed Go-eun a place for her to buy, despite I think that it was a PPL. Doki, on the other hand, visit the couple whom posed as Soyun's parents and teach them a lesson. Mr. Kang ended up being homeless and lived in the bridge while suddenly dressed up Hajun came to him. Pyoyejin was scared and told Hajun about what happened to him. Overall, I love the way that they give a punishment to Kang Pyoyejin and the way they did the revenge. As a guardian for 3 kids, I do really piss off like Doki did when noticed that people did abuse and use the children for their own gain and greed. Doki, as expected, quick-witted as I expected per my previous episode review. Honestly, I love this scene with Doki.
내 아빠예요?
어른들이 너무 미안해.
도대체 지금 뭐 하는 거야?
I'm sorry, Goon. I really need Doki for myself. Just kidding, just kidding. We knew Doki is a upright person. However, unlike other superheroes like Batman, Superman, or even Avengers, he tried to protect those who really need our own protection, even though it is in the small scale and not like he protecting the world. But to me, he's still the best superhero. Another point that I want to talk about Doki in this episode is Doki usually really soft and protective toward Goon. But during this scene,
이들 태우는 것 같은데? 김대 기사.
김대 기사님, 괜찮아요? 지금 그쪽으로 갈게요.
아니요. 오지 말고 강필승 쫓아요. 아이들이 먼저예요.
무슨 소리예요? 기사님 지금 위험하잖아요.
제가 싫어요. 놓치지 말고 강필승 쫓아요. 나도 뒤따라갈게요.
this is actually the first time Doki yelling at Goon. Why? Because he knew Goon will be persistent to save him instead of the kids. But to Doki, the children were his number one priority, even though he has to raise his voice toward the person he cared the most in order to make his point clear to Goon. My theory on Hajun at my episode 3 and 4 review is true. First, I talk about Hajun's possibility to be the sniper. See, in this scene, there was a bunch of weapons inside his room. The gun seems to be owned by the sniper. And also, if you see from the picture, the X marks seem to point to his victim. Second, I theorized that he worked for an organization. We saw the ring, right? It was obvious that he was in fact in an organization. The reason why I didn't think that he was the final villain or final boss is the sniper did report to someone. Please refer episode 2 at the end. For this episode, when he met Kang Pyoyejin, Mr. Kang said in fear,
제가 그런 게 아니에요. 예? 제가 그분께 다 설명드릴 수 있어요. 그 택시기사 그 새끼가 딱 뺏어갔어요.
thing that I want to say is his word I can explain everything to him. Him. Who is him? How big is the organization is if Kang Pyoyejin also a part of it? The revelation of Hajun make me fear for Rainbow Team life. And again, I didn't want anyone from the Rainbow Team to be die. I do hope my second theory on Doki military friend is true. Because I need Doki to have a better alliance. Since no one from the Rainbow Team could actually fight. And having a military guy as alliance is really good if he want to fight with Hajun. Okay, that's it for my recap review. I couldn't wait for episode 7 and 8. Since episode 7 and 8 seems to take on a cult story. Why? Because recently there was a cult in Korea exposed in Netflix. So I want to see where the story goes. Okay, that's all it. Please do subscribe to help me to improve my content and like and comment to help me to catch the YouTube algorithm so that other people could see my content. Okay, bye.